Hi, Aldo Emergency here again, guys. A little windy today, so I hope that doesn't affect the camera much. Today, I'm going to show you how to make my little chapstick carrying kit for cotton balls wrapped in Vaseline. Alright, so the first thing you're going to need, you're going to need that, but not yet. Stupid wind. Our cotton balls and Vaseline already pre-mixed. What you're going to need is some a chapstick. It doesn't have to be chapstick. It could be Blistex or whatever. Something with a lid. And one of these twisty base jobs. And it should be empty. And as you can see, nothing coming out. It's empty. So your first challenge is to get out the little cup which holds the chapstick. There's some more in there, but yeah, it's dead. Okay, now if we take a look inside our chapstick, there's a little tube, and that's what made the tube, or a spindle, I guess is what that is, which when you turn it, it makes the chapstick come out. Now when I first was experimenting on making this, I thought, hey, maybe I can just put cotton balls in there, and then when I turn it, you know, I actually left that little cap I took out in. Maybe it'll push it up, but it won't. The threads aren't strong enough to actually push it up out, which is when I came up with my next ingenious idea, which requires you taking off this back portion and do it kind of carefully if you can. You don't want to break it because you're going to need it later. There we go. Killed two birds with one stone with that one. I got this off and actually broke it off. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, now you don't have a lid. That's right. And that's where the crazy glue comes into play. I thought I had one that was already open, but I apparently do not. So you're going to take your crazy glue. Huh. Nice if I had something to punch a hole in this with. Oh, I got a knife. Ooh, that's something coming out. Alright. What you're going to do is take your crazy glue, squeeze it around the perimeter here. Don't be heel. Go ahead and be liberal with it. And then you're going to put your cap on. Maybe put some weight on it if you can. You could just hold it down with your finger, I guess. But I figured this will be kind of boring for you guys. So I'm just going to hold this down with my finger, turn the camera off, and I'll come back when it's kind of dry. It only takes like a minute. Right, I think I hit play, but I'm going to have to check it. I don't have a viewfinder on my camera. So every time I turn it off and on, I got to read just, I don't know, I can't see. The viewfinder's on the back of the camera. Anyway, alright, so it is now glued on. I probably could have done this first, but hey, it's not necessary if you don't want to do it. But I usually cut my finger apparently. Always cut away from your fingers? I can't. Whatever. I'm just trying to peel off the label here without actually cutting into the tube. There we go. There. Yeah. That should take it. And I just take this off. I mainly do that just so I don't confuse when I have it in my pack with actual chapstick, you know, which one's the chapstick, which one's isn't. And then I'm just going to take, I mean, you don't really need to, but I'm going to take one of these here Lysol disinfecting wipe jobbers and just clean it down. Any possible germs that might be on it off. Make it look pretty. And get any kind of oils and stuff that are on it off. Because I need to put a little more glue on it first. That, and I think I'm going to be putting this in one of the prize packs. So I want you guys to know you have a nice germ-free little tube here. Wouldn't want to send any of my germs your way. So we're going to kill 99.9% of all germs. And hopefully the other 0.1% of germs I didn't have to begin with, so don't worry about it. Alright, that's nice and clean. Clean off the cap a bit. Ooh. Put this over here in the sun to dry. Alright. Okay, it looks pretty clean. I'll dry this off with my shirt. So I didn't bring any paper towels. Make sure it's nice and dry. And then, ooh, why am I taking this off? I just got to put a little more crazy glue around the bottom here. Just to make sure it's nice and watertight. And we'll let that dry a second. Well, that one's dry and we can work on this one. Ow, I forgot about the serrations. There we go. Go ahead and cut the label off first. Labels off. Before this dries out, we'll clean off the schmutz. Get some of the crap out of here out. All right. Yep. All right, now I need to take the back off again. This one's apparently a little more well built. There we go. That's how it normally comes out. And we'll just cut this bit off. There we go. All right. This one's about ready. Clean the inside here out. Can't find it. There it is. Dry that off on my shirt. You don't have to use your shirt. It's just what I always use. Clean the back off, get it nice and dry again. So we make sure we have good adhesion with the crazy glue. And we'll do just like we did before. Here, crazy glue. Put your crazy glue around here. Be nice and liberal with it. Sure you get a good bit there. Take our cap. Put our cap on. Hold it down with your finger. Ooh, I got some crazy glue on my finger. Alright. This one's going to dry, so I'm going to shut the camera. Alright. So we're just going to let this one set. Oops. Well, it didn't fall off, so that means it must be glued. Yeah, hopefully this one's nice and tight. Alright. Next thing you're going to need is a button. I happen to have a couple buttons here. You want to make sure the button will go inside your tube, as this one does. Then, we're going to get ourselves some floss. Floss is pretty strong, as you can see. I can pull on that, it's not breaking. Which is why I use the floss. You just want to string that through. And make sure you get your little holes on opposite sides. So hopefully it stays straight in the tube. Then you stick that down in your tube. Okay. Next, we got our cotton balls that have been put here in the Vaseline. And I'm going to put a little more Vaseline on them. Never have too much Vaseline. And this is when your hands are going to get all messy. Vaseline dot. Alright, and then you're just going to stick your Vaseline down in there, your cotton ball. That's pretty much that simple. Some Vaseline on it, kind of wrap it inside. Shove it down in, wipe the excess Vaseline off, right onto there. Get another cotton ball. I usually tear these cotton balls in half. Just kind of wrap the Vaseline on the inside, smear some on the outside. Throw it down in there. And just one of these is enough to light your fire. I have found so far, I haven't had any issues where I needed to use more than one of these half cotton balls. Whoa. To light a fire. I think this is dry. I'm going to put some crazy glue on the outside to waterproof it, so we can get that dry in a while we're working on this one. Ooh, I used a little too much on that one. Keep losing my sunlight. It's nice and warm out here when the sun's out, When it goes behind that cloud cover, not so much. There we go. Alright, where's my cotton ball? Right here. Just gonna dip that in there. There's Vaseline all over the cotton ball. Shove it in. If you hold on to one of these, you can use that to tamp it if you wish. You can see it, tamped it all the way down there. Now we got four cotton balls in there, or 4 halves of a cotton ball. Which should translate into 4 fires. Get this one in. Oh, I dipped that one a little deep. Shove it on in there. Got my next one. Get some of this crap off my hands again. It's another good reason to have these little wipes. Some more Vaseline on there. Shove it on in. Looks like we can fit about a half of one more. So we got 6, so maybe we can get 7 in there. And even these half ones, you don't necessarily have to use them. You could probably break pieces off of this and use them to start a fire if you have nice dry wood. And that looks like about as many as we can get in there. You're going to want to grab another button. Alright, of course, you know, my camera shut off because I went over the 8-minute mark. So I didn't really actually get to finish out on camera what I did to the other one. So I figured I'd just show you this one again. So I'm making the second one. And a couple things I forgot to say. Make your little dental floss string a little bit, make it longer than you think you need it. Just because as you're pushing these in, going to take the dental floss down with it, and hold on to the dental floss a little bit so it doesn't, you know, like the first one that punches down in, it's going to take a lot of dental floss with it. So, you know, hold on to the dental floss as you're tamping it in, and cut it a little deeper than you think you need it, just so you have enough. Now here's the part we missed on the last one, and it's basically just putting your second button on. We use the blue button for this one. Same as before, just get yourself your 2 pieces of string, or dental floss in this case. I mean, you can use fishing line, something like that if you wanted. I got dental floss handy here, and it's pretty strong, so I'm using it. Alright, so you put your button on. You want a little bit of slack, but not too much. A little bit of excess dental floss hanging out. Then you're just going to knot it. And I usually double knot it. Oop, didn't really double knot how I wanted it to. There we go. A nice knot. Cut off the excess. Whoop. I got too much Vaseline on that sucker. There we go. Okay, and there we got it. You got your button on the top, which you're going to pull, and as you pull it, you see how all that excess went in there, and as you see it, your cotton ball comes out. You take that cotton ball off, fluff it up, stick it on the bottom of whatever you want to burn, and away you go with the fire. If you find it difficult to get it to tamp down in, like if you pull it up like I just did, and you want to get it go back in, it's kind of hard because you get an air bubble in the bottom. So as you saw, what I just did there is I stuck this on the side to make an air channel, and once you get that air channel there, you can push it down in pretty easy. Then I kind of take this and I go around in a little circle. Put that on top. Bring the rest of it up. Put the cap on. Wipe the sides down. And there we go. Fire in a tube. Looks like I put a little too much crazy glue on this one and it kind of went down the sides, so it's got a little bit of dirt on it, but that's just good honest dirt. And that'll come right off there, a little bit of cleaning. But there you go. 2 chapsticks full of fire. Alright, now I'm probably going to be putting these in one of my little prize kits and sending them out to one of you guys, whoever happens to win it. But for those of you who don't win, now you know how to make one. It's not difficult. You know, it's a good way to recycle your old chapstick things. Instead of just throwing them out in the garbage and let them go sit in the landfill, now you got a use for them. So there you go. Speaking of the prize kits, I'll probably do a prize video today. I'll let you know what's going to be in my contest. I won't be giving you the rules just yet. I'll just do a little reveal what the prizes are, and give a chance to some of y'all, if you watch but haven't subscribed yet, give you the opportunity to subscribe, because I'll probably be doing it like I did my last contest, and that is the first prize will go to someone who has been I like to say a long-time subscriber, but someone who's been a subscriber before the contest actually started. We'll get first prize, and every prize after that will be open to everyone. But the first prize I like to give to the people that have been supporting me for a long time, or at least people who supported me before the contest began. So there you go. And there you have it. That's how I make my little chapstick things. They're really handy. And then, you know, as you go out on the outing, like you have, what, 6, 7, 8 fires in here. As you use one, you know, when you come back home, just refill it. Same way we did here, you know, just pull your button to the side, tamp it down in, put your cap back on, you're good to go for the next outing. This thing has served me very well. It's just something I came up with. This is my original idea. I did not borrow this from anyone. So, you know, if you want to show other people how to do this, just give me a little credit. That's fine. I'm happy for you guys to put this on your channel and spread the word to other people. I know not everybody watches my channel. I wouldn't mind a little credit, you know, give credit where credit's due. I often try to do that myself, but this is something I came up with on my own. I was just sitting there, I had a chapstick tube. What can I do with this chapstick tube? And I came up with this, and it's real easy, simple, you know. If I can do it, anybody can do it, trust me. Alright guys, this is Iron Monkey Z signing out. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. Click that like button, hit that subscribe button. Peace out. Iron Monkey Z signing off.